Hi! In this video I would like to show you how you can actually make a roller bottle, make a spray bottle, fill your diffuser, and how to fill a veggie cap. So the first thing I wanted to show you is the roller. Now this is still the 10 milliliter roller that I have showed in previous videos. The amount of oils that you really want to be putting in a 10 ml roller for an adult, my personal preference is not to go over 20 drops. Some people like to create more potent rollers. The recipes that we have created for you, you will notice tend to be with a maximum of 20 oils in it. So today I'm going to show you how to make an On Guard roller. So we have our bottle. So we're literally going to just hold this over, count to 20, and then you will notice that actually those 20 drops only fill, as you can see here, only fill about maybe a fifth or like a tenth of the bottle. So what are we going to do? We're going to grab our fractionated coconut oil or almond oil, whichever carrier oil you have in your home, and you're just going to fill it up. There we go. Almost to the full. You don't want to do it all the way to the top. You literally just want to do it just underneath the crown or the head, whatever you want to call it, of the bottle. You put your roller top on. There we go. Did you hear the click? You kind of shake it up a little bit, and there you go. Your roller bottle is done. You'll notice that the On Guard has a bit of a darker color, so now it is just mixing into the bottle. You put your top on. You can get one of your pretty stickers that doTERRA gives you when you get started with the oils. Put that on, and you know that you have your On Guard roller ready to go. Okay, so as I said, it's always, in my opinion, nicer to get the bottle, and then you can always create your own blends and mixes with other oils, but having the bottles is quite handy. All right, so spray bottle. With the spray bottle, I have two here. I have this 61, which was the one with the restful blend, and I have an anxiety spray here. So they're about the same size. I would just multiply whichever recipe you have for the size of bottle you have. So if we're using 20 drops on a 10 ml, you can literally just multiply that by 6 to know how much we're going to put in the 60 ml. Okay, now one of the things that I want to share really quickly though is bear in mind who you're making the spray for. This one is one for the air in our bedroom, so it's not a problem if you multiply that amount of oil drops. This one, however, is the anxiousness spray that I have created for my pet, for our Ella. And so what I do bear in mind whenever I make this is that she is a furry animal, and that perhaps she might not need the amount of oil drops in this bottle as the other spray would do. So you want to be aware of that. I think for this recipe in here, I probably only put around 30 drops tops in, and I mixed it. So this was Balance and Serenity, great recipe for any anxious feelings. And so I just mixed that up with a little bit of fractionated coconut oil once the oils are in, and then fill it up with distilled water. The reason why you're going to add a tiny bit of fractionated coconut oil is because it will help emulsify the oils and bind them together with the water. Give it a shake every time before you use it, and it's ready to spray. Okay, so that's number 2. The next thing I wanted to show you is our veggie caps. Now, before I actually explain how you can use them, I want you to be aware that if you don't feel confident using oils internally, that is okay. No one's going to make you. Okay, as you are aware, our doTERRA oils are absolutely safe, or the majority at least, for taking them internally. And how can you find out? If you go to the doTERRA website, or if you just look on Google for a quick reference sheet on which oils that you can take internally and which not, you will find that. they tend to be the oils that are wood oils. So arbor vitae, cedar wood, what's another one? Eucalyptus. There's only a handful of oils that you cannot take internally, but it's very important to be aware of them, okay? So again, we'll take the On Guard as an example. Now, the amount of drops really depends on whether this is just to support or whether perhaps you really want to shock the system. So when you have these symptoms of feeling like you're coming down with something and you really want to boost that immune system, you're going to be using a couple more drops than when, for example, you just want to do this as a routine on a daily basis, okay? So I'm going to show you really quickly. All you have to do is let's do 4 drops. There we go. So this is the long end of the actual veggie cap. Now what you can do is fill this with a bit of olive oil so that it actually has, again, got a base oil, a carrier oil to mix in with. You can clip this closed so you'll feel it lock. As soon as that's done, you can take this internally. You swallow it, it goes straight to your tummy. One tip that I do want to recommend for you to do is to take this after a meal. So never do it on an empty stomach. Mainly so, not that something's going to happen, but mainly so because you really want to make sure that there is something in your tummy that this can work with. Okay, so that's a good one. And then the last thing I want to share with you is how to use your diffuser. Now, for a lot of you that might seem logical, but it isn't always for everybody. So I'm going to show you our doTERRA Petal Diffuser, which is this one right here that has the different settings. You see how it has this little red dot? What you want to do is you want to fill it just until under the red dot. If you go over, most likely the diffuser will not work. Also, if you ever get one of these in your home, when you open it up when it's brand new, there's going to be a really thin paper on the bottom just to protect the little vibration plate. Make sure you take the paper out, because I've had lots of people send me messages saying, my petal diffuser isn't working. And when I actually ask them, have you taken the paper out? They go, what paper? I didn't know there was one. So bear in mind, do this. Once you fill it up, you can put it back to wherever, in whichever room it is. I personally don't put more than like anywhere between 3 to 6 drops in this diffuser. I know people like to have an intense, a beautiful aroma in their house. They can put up to 10, 15 drops. Personally, for me, that's too much, but you need to do whichever one feels right for you. So if you're putting an oil in, you will notice some oils are stronger than others. If you're putting an oil in and you're not smelling it, add in a couple of extra drops, you know. It's always better to start off with a few and add more than put quite a few in and then think, oh, this is too intense for me, okay? So I hope this was helpful. I'm gonna make the most of this veggie cap, and I'm gonna take that right now and boost my immune system a little bit. If you have any questions, please feel free to post them below, and I will see you in my next post.